Hi there, this is Mr. Evans and this video is on operational objectives. This is a screenshot from the AQA specification showing that this is the first topic within this section 3.4 operations. So, I've shown this before in my videos. This is how I envisage the course. Okay. And to understand this topic, operational objectives, it's worth just reiterating what corporate objectives are. So a business will have a mission statement that it is working towards achieving, and the management and leadership team who sit up here at the top of an organisation want to achieve that mission statement, and therefore they will set some specific goals that will enable them to achieve that. So the business sets corporate objectives here. Now, once it's really clear what the organisation is working towards, then those objectives can be made smaller and passed down to the different functional areas, so it's really clear what each different functional area will be doing to help the organisation achieve its objective. Now then, the first thing you'll study in each unit, the first thing that's on the specification in each unit, in marketing is marketing objectives, in operations it's operational objectives, etc. Okay, so it's really important to understand where these objectives are coming from, and also understand that these different functional areas should be all working together to achieve the same corporate objective. Okay, so what is an operations objective? It is a specific goal set in relation to the production of goods and services that will enable a company to achieve its corporate objectives. So in my last video I defined what the operations function did, and essentially the operations function is about the process of a business organising its resources in order that it can supply its customers with the goods and services that they want. Operations is all about getting the product from the raw material state to the final customer and making sure that they can consume that good. Okay. So the operational objectives are the goals set in relation to production that enable a company to achieve its corporate objectives. So let's just have a look at an example of how that might work. Let's say this business has set itself the corporate objective of expanding overseas. It wants to get bigger and move into a new geographical market, let's say India. So the operational objective, the production objective, is to open a new factory in India. This should enable the company to better serve that local market, so they've decided they're going to open a new factory, contributing towards this objective of expanding overseas. But what are the marketing department doing at the same time? Well, in order to help the company achieve this objective successfully, it's no good just having a factory there. We need to let customers know about our product. Okay, so the marketing objective may be to launch an overseas advertising campaign to raise awareness. What's the people function? What's the human resources objective that will enable us to achieve our corporate objective of expanding overseas? Well, we need to make sure, if we're going to be operating in a new culture, that our staff can maybe get by in the language at least and are aware of the culture of the place that they're going to. So you can see how all of the different functional areas have objectives, goals that contribute to the organisation achieving its overall objective. Quickly going to run through the different types of objectives that may be set in terms of operations. First of all, there may be objectives set to minimise the costs of production. So how can we minimise the costs of the labour that's used to produce goods, minimise the cost of the raw materials that we're using in the supply chain. How can we improve quality? You might get operational objectives to improve quality, get better raw materials in. How can we improve the quality of the production process? How can we improve the finished goods? Speed of response and flexibility is about can the firm deal with non-standard orders, something that's a little bit different? Can they quickly respond to a loyal customer who asks for a delivery the following day? An organisation may wish to improve its speed of response and flexibility, and so set some objectives about that. Dependability is the business's ability to ability to fulfill orders to specification and on time. In other words, if the business has said it's going to meet a particular deadline, can the organisation actually achieve that? They may be setting environmental objectives such as minimising waste, cutting emissions from the production process. That ties in with the ethical considerations. And finally, there may be some targets around increasing the amount of added value. Added value is defined as the difference between the selling price and the cost of the raw materials, and it's an indication of how much value the business has added to that product. Okay, if you think about a plain white t-shirt, okay, if you take the raw materials, which is cotton, you manufacture that into a t-shirt, that t-shirt is more valuable than the cotton. The difference between what the person will buy the t-shirt for and the value of the cotton in its raw state is the added value. And obviously organisations like Nike can put a little tick on there and add a lot more value than certain other organisations. Anyway, so that is a overview of operational objectives. Next time the video will be on the internal and external influences on objectives in operations.